Everybody, welcome back to the stream. We have reached Friday again. We've made it back through the week after a long weekend for Memorial Day, and now we've had just a short week, but of course, anytime you come after a few days off, it always feels like a little bit of a double down when you make it back. So I'm glad to be able to share this Friday with you, closing a short week and getting ready to jump into another weekend. Out here on the West Coast, we were up in the Northwest here where I'm streaming from. We've got a last day of sunshine today, so hopefully you'll have something you can get out and do before we reach into the weekend where things cool off a little bit and we get a little bit more of that overcast weather. But right now we're winding down a Friday from a nice hot week. It's been very nice out. It's a little bit of a taste of summer. I don't know that we're technically into summer yet, but it sure felt a little bit like it. So welcome. Glad to have you guys with me here today. Starting the stream off with what I should always start it off with to try to make sure that anybody who wants to hear this hears it. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the stream. You'll get the alerts and notifications. Make sure you click for the alert button so that when we go live, you catch it right away. And if you like the stream, please make sure you hit that thumbs up, the like button, and that'll make sure that anybody else who's looking online for something to do on a Friday afternoon to wind down might catch this, and maybe they'll join in. That really is the pitch that I give off at the beginning of these streams here to make sure that I'm trying to be as pseudo-professional as we can be. But really and truly, we'll get ready to jump into some music here. Now, there's something I saw recently where if you're streaming, you can actually tell who's joining you. And right now, I have to confess, I can't see if anybody's joining me. I just see myself here on a screen. And that's fine. I can absolutely stream for myself and play to myself and watch. We'll have this nice little circular thing going on here. Well, I just entertain myself here and hope that somebody catches it later. But truthfully, I'm sure folks are probably going to be starting to drop in here so that we can wind down our week the right way. But yeah, we've got a few new songs today. All of them are pretty good songs from my history, things that I've heard, I've listened to, I've sung along to. None of them I've really played before, so again, we're just continuing to expand the arsenal of music and the things that I attempt to play and hopefully continue polishing up and start bringing into my normal rotation of things that I carry around with me. So very exciting. And we'll bring a few in, and as usual, maybe we'll take some requests if anybody has something exciting or cool that they want to throw out here. And as always, if you want to get involved with the chat, please do, and we'll see if I can respond to your messages, maybe take some on-the-cuff, off-the-cuff stream ideas here for things that we can bring in, we can play. If we can't do it right now and live as a pickup, we'll try to bring it in as a cover maybe on a future week. All right, so one other pitch that I try to give here just as something to keep it fun and exciting, as we have this week's stream brought to you by Block 15, another Indian Pale Ale. This one's called Fluffy Head. I mean, check out that can. Is that not a beautiful and enticing can? Again, this one here is brought to us by Block 15, but added to the fridge by my dear friend Hadley. He's moving away from IPAs, and so since he knows I'm a huge fan of IPAs, he decided he'd drop that in my fridge and add to the different flavor profiles that I get to try out. So thank you, Hadley. I appreciate having a nice IPA to bring into the stream. So hopefully everybody else got something they can cool down to today. They can wind down with a beer in their hand or a drink in their hand. Heck, if it's bubbly soda water or if it's even just a glass of water, whatever your thing is, just make sure you've got something that you can use to wind down, relax, right? Everybody's got that vice, and it doesn't necessarily need to be beers or IPAs. This just happens to be my preference. All right, well, you're not here to listen to me talk or just stare at me as I awkwardly profile a stream entry here. You're here to hear some music, hopefully listen to some tunes and hear some guitar. So I didn't tune up first, and matter of fact, I can't even hear myself, so I'm not even sure. There we go. If you can hear me, I expect you should be able to. I see this little green monitor on my screen jumping, so hopefully we've got the right level here. If you need adjustment on the volume, either me to get closer, to turn things up, turn things down, just let me know here live in the chat and we'll continue to adjust and try to make it work as best as we can. In the meantime, I'll just play and sing and give you something to put on in the background. So as I said before, you can also just throw this in the background, close out your day, and listen to some random chatter in the back. That looks like it can hear, which is great, because if it was can't hear, I was going to be shocked and amazed and a bit scared because I don't know what to do to adjust it. So glad you got that. All right, well, okay. Man, it sounds real loud to me. So that's, again, why I appreciate any information from the chat here. It depends. Depending on the different headset that I put on, I get a different level of volume. And when testing out the stream earlier, I blew out my eardrums, so I moved things a little bit further away from me. Hopefully this helps out here. All right, so we've brought Michael Bublé in the past, and we're going to bring him in again here today. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies still having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world, and a bold world for me, and I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. The scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Yeah, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. All right, so there's an attempt here at a Michael Bublé song. That one's called Feeling Good. If you haven't seen the music video for that one, that is an epic music video. It's a little more tailored towards 007 style in terms of the theme and whatnot, but great to watch. I love Michael Bublé as a singer. He's got that crooner singing voice, and he's definitely a great musician and a great performer. He does a lot of those big stage type performances, and he's really fun to watch, engages with the crowd. I think I saw one that he did where he actually engaged with the camera, came running up right to the camera and started talking to folks who weren't even at the show. So somebody I look up to is an amazing artist, seems like a fun guy. And if you haven't heard his music or you haven't checked him out, definitely do. Michael Bublé. All right, let's see here. So we've got a couple more loaded up. I'm going to switch into one. We're actually going to do two today if we can here. I promised myself I was going to get better about turning that reverb on and off, and there I went and failed twice already on the stream. But practice makes perfect, right? So we'll bring it on so that you don't have to have me with a nice echo while I talk, and we'll bring it on in the songs because I do like the reverb sound over top of things. All right, so my wife was making a very great comment earlier today that it's not really summer until you bring in Jimmy Buffett, right? When you listen to Jimmy Buffett, you get that feel of tropical and vacation and summer. So we're going to bring in some Jimmy Buffett today to help try to ring in the summer. I know we're a little early, but it was hot last week, and it seems to me like summer's trying to get here, so let's spur it right along. I don't mind saying goodbye to the rain and the shadows and the cold weather for just a little while. We'll let some of that hot sun come in, and then we'll start to hate it, and we can have winter come back later. All right, so this is going to be a first for me towards playing any Jimmy Buffett songs. I love listening to them, love singing along to them. They are absolutely wonderful if you're doing anything outside. But doing it on the guitar and singing along to it sounded like a great idea this morning, so we brought that in, and we'll see how it goes. Let's see. Of the two, I think we're going to start with this one. Let's find out how many people actually know they're Jimmy Buffett. Said, I don't know. Well, I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows. The ground she's moving under me. Tidal waves out on the sea. Sulfur smoke up in the sky. Pretty soon we learn to fly. Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows. Well, my girl quickly said to me, mind you better watch your feet. Lava comes down soft and hot. You better love me now or love me not. Said, I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows. No time to count to what I'm worth. 'Cause I just left the planet Earth. Where I go, I hope there's rum. Not to worry, mine soon to come. Said, I don't know. Well, I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows. And I don't know. Said, I don't know. Said, I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows. I don't wanna land in New York City, in Mexico. I don't wanna land on 3 Mile Island. Don't wanna see my skin aglow. Don't wanna land in Comanche Sky Park or Nashville, Tennessee. Don't wanna land in no San Juan Airport or the Yukon Territory. Don't wanna land no San Diego. Don't wanna land in the Buzzards Bay. Don't wanna land on Ayatollah. I got nothing more to say. I don't know. Well, I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows. Said, I don't know. Well, I don't know where I'm gonna go when the volcano blows. There you go. All right, some Jimmy Buffett. Volcano Blow. The steel drum solo, that's exactly right. That's the part that's missing here. Need to get into that solo. We got to have, and look, we've got the cajon back here. It seems like we're missing somebody specific who could actually do something with that, and we could do a nice little pass off. Mr. Hadley. Mr. Hadley, take it away, Mr. Hadley. Now, if only. All right. Learn the coast of Marseilles? I might be absolutely butchering how that's pronounced. Marseilles. Marseilles. Written by Keith Sykes, Michael Oatley, and Jimmy Buffett. All right, well, that's one we're going to have to check out because I don't know that I know that one off the top of my head. And I mean, come on, who doesn't love Jimmy Buffett? An absolutely great artist. I think if anybody really nailed how to relax and enjoy what you do and make it a profession, that guy nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. All right, I'm going to take a minute here, and I'm going to slow things down, step it out. So I had something actually I wanted to bring up here. So Memorial Day weekend, I'm sure everybody had something they were doing, whether it was absolutely nothing and enjoying a long weekend or if they were out and about. But for my wife and myself and our family is actually we had an illness in the family that eventually progressed to their passing here earlier this week. So it was a bit of a rough time for us. Memorial Day weekend had its ups and its downs, and it was some rough times to go through. And so I wanted to give a shout out to our Uncle Bobby who passed this week, and Aunt Jerry Lynn and their family, and everybody who's having to deal with that. It's been rough. I know we'll get through it. It's one of those things where Uncle Bobby definitely left a lot of happiness and laughs behind him. So there's a lot to remember and a lot to smile about. But of course, there's going to be the sorrow and the mourning that comes with it as well. So as part of that, I wanted to bring into this stream a shout out to Uncle Bobby and play a song for him and his family, specifically dedicated to something that I've been informed was one of his favorite bands, which is a band I grew up with, is Boston. So I learned one of their songs to try to bring something into this stream here for him, and I hope to do it justice as best I can. And Boston being a great band shows he's got great taste, a lot of that rock and roll sort of stuff, but we'll see if we can bring it in here and do some justice to it. So bear with me, but yeah, this one's for Uncle Bobby. Up this morning and the sun was gone. Turned on some music to start my day. I lost myself in a familiar song. I closed my eyes and I slipped away. It's more than a feeling when I hear that old song they used to play. I'm big and dreaming, it's more than a feeling till I see Mary Ann walk away. I see my Mary Ann walking away. So many people have come and gone. Their faces fade as the years go by. Yet I still recall as I wander on, as clear as the sun in the summer sky. More than a feeling when I hear that old song they used to play. And I begin dreaming, it's more than a feeling till I see Mary Ann walk away. I see my Mary Ann walking away. I'm tired and thinking cold, hide in my music, forget the day, and dream of a girl I used to know. I close my eyes and I slip away. Oh, and she slipped away. more than a feeling, more than a feeling, when I hear that old song they used to play. And I begin dreaming, it's more than a feeling, till I see Mary Ann walk away. Till I see Mary Ann walk away. So that's Boston's More Than a Feeling. It's not a band you've listened to. Check them out. It's a song and a band you should absolutely find and listen to. Obviously, if you have heard them, though, you'll know that they're more of a rock and roll band, and bringing rock and roll into the acoustic space is probably a little bit of a pull down on the overall energy they give. But for this stream, we do a lot of acoustic stuff, and I'm missing a few participants here, like a drummer and a bass player and a little bit of volume that we run. So that was an acoustic take on it, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. I'm Still Standing. Elton John's I'm Still Standing. Well, that's one that we've brought into the stream before, and I absolutely would love to bring that back in. So we're going to have to put Jimmy Buffett on hold. Pause. And I think bringing in Elton John's a great idea. Matter of fact, it was a suggestion from my wife earlier is that we should bring in some Elton John. So I think we can do that here for you. So I do have to apologize. I haven't actually mastered that song yet, so I do got to still use the chords and bring something up here to read. But I look forward to actually expanding on that. So I know I haven't mentioned it much in my stream before, but actually a lot of what brought me into learning to play guitar and sing was the fact that my dad, when we were young, had us learning piano, right? It was a must-have. You have to learn the piano. There's no option not to. And of course, so he was very musically inclined, very good at the piano, great singer, still is. And so had us learning, right, is one of his skill sets, and making sure that we knew it as kids. And as soon as we learned to the point where they said, okay, you can stop if you want to, boy, my brother and I, we dropped the piano like a hot pocket. It was ridiculous how quickly we stopped playing. But it planted the seed in me of music and singing and wanting to do it. And all it was is that I shifted and found that the guitar was actually where my passions lied. And so as part of that, my dad still plays piano and still sings and still has those skills. So with any luck, maybe we can convince him to join us on the stream. Elton John's I'm Still Standing. Matter of fact, probably more than just that one, and some other songs are songs that he's very acquainted with. And I think that'd be a lot of fun. So yeah, that's not only a shout out, that's a call out in case Dad's watching the stream. Is that at some point I'm going to try to drag him in here, and we'll get some piano and some guitar and some singing. In the meantime, Elton John's I'm Still Standing. Holy cow, you found it.
You found one.
You're wonderful. Oh, that's right. This is the one I told you where it was hidden. So you've all heard me claim over and over again about how this thing is my favorite thing in the world here. This is a capo for my guitar, and I lost one a long time ago. Couldn't find it, so I bought a new one. And then I've been showing it off in all of my streams, and wouldn't you believe that over the last week, I lost the new one too. And so now I'm back to having no capos, but while wandering the house, I found the old capo. So the new one's gone until somebody finds it, but the old one's back. So there we go. We are back again with the capo. I don't know that I need it for this song, but I honestly can't tell you. It makes me very happy to know that I've got a capo that I can steal again. It would have been beneficial to use that on some of the songs earlier today. I didn't get to move them into a range that I prefer because I didn't have a capo in hand. So she has solved that problem. So let's see if we can bring this back in. We've only done it once, and I haven't had a lot of time to practice it since then, but I absolutely love this song, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. You could never know what it's like. Your blood like winter freezes just like ice, and there's a cold and lonely light that shines from you. You wind up like the wreck you hide behind that mask you use. And did you think this fool could never win? Look at me, I'm coming back again. I've got a taste of love in a simple way. And if you need to know while I'm still standing, will you just fade away? And don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. Once I never could hope to win. You started down the road of leaving me again. The threats you made were meant to cut me down. And if our love is just a circus, well, you'd be a clown by now. And don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 And don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did? Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. And I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 All right, so there's Elton John's I'm Still Standing. Is that Dad in there? I think I see Dad saying uh-oh. Is that him scared that we're going to actually force him to join the screen? Let's see, we've got John Cougar Millenkamp. Learn how to play the guitar. That's right. We don't, actually, to be fully honest, I still have a really big craving to learn how to play the saxophone. Because, to be honest, the guitar is great. I love it. It's very portable. It's a good sound. I can sing to it for the most part. Basic chords aren't too difficult. But if anybody's ever heard someone who really plays a saxophone, that is a sexy instrument. I'll tell you, you hear a saxophone and instantly you just go, and so, maybe someday I'll expand my musical arsenal to include a saxophone. In the meantime, I've got the guitar. I can do a little bit with the harmonica, and I'm passable at the piano. Thank you, Dad. A little bit of practice a long time ago goes a long way, and as I've been told before, is if you can play any instrument, there's generally a lot of transition that lets you move that into another instrument if you can kind of break through that initial wall, because it's all the same notes, it's just how you play them. So, as part of that, here's proof. Bear with me for a second. I'll be right back, or I suppose I probably don't need to get too close because this instrument's definitely a little bit louder. All right, so this is one I haven't brought into the stream before, but this here, little harmonica, tiny little device. Man, it cranks. I've taken this thing up on the mountain to go snowboarding. I've taken it out in the woods just for fun. It's really good to have around. It's easy. It fits in your pocket, and man, it can crank out. And the reason I learned it is actually because an old Bible teacher of mine at Portland Adventist Academy years and years ago ended up playing it and showing that he knew how to play it. And I thought, oh, come on, I need to pick one of these up. And then I spent probably the next 3 months learning how to do one thing and one thing only, which is bend a note. And while some people may find it easy, you'd be surprised how hard it can be. So we'll see if we can crack out something real quick with this. All right, there we go. So a little rusty, but lots of fun. So that's always one that's just, it's for me more of something to play with rather than actually do any songs or write stuff too. I'd love to get better at it, but in terms of the instruments that I'm going to learn and pick up and really master, if I go into another one, it's probably going to be the saxophone. I'm not sure that I'll stream it for anybody, but for my own personal preferences, that's where we're going to go, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Not exactly sure that it's as portable as a guitar, but you can still wear it with a strap, and you just got to carry it around. I guess they're about the same. All right, so let's see. I think we had in the arsenal one more Jimmy Buffett song. I'm happy to throw it out to some more cover requests or favorites. You know, they can be mine, they can be somebody else's. We'll see what we can get away with. And of course, it's hot still. We haven't had the sun leave us just yet. That happens tomorrow. So my windows are open, so you might hear some of the neighbors doing some yard work or doing some construction. So, just join me in my world. Welcome to my surroundings. Hopefully it contributes rather than detracts. You know, if they start swinging them hammers at just the right time, we might have our drum in the background. Here we go. All right. Tried to amend my carnivorous habits. Made it nearly 70 days. Losing weight without speed, eating sunflower seeds. Drinking lots of carrot juice and soaking up arrays. But at night I'd have these wonderful dreams. Some kind of sensuous treat. Not zucchini, fettuccine, or bogart wheat, but a big warm bun and a huge hunk of meat. It's my cheeseburger in paradise. Heaven on earth with an onion slice. Not too particular, not too precise. My cheeseburger in paradise. Heard about the old-timer sailor men. They eat the same thing again and again. Warm beer and bread, they said, could raise the dead. Well, it reminds me of the menu at a Holiday Inn. But times change, sailors these days. When I'm in port, I get what I need. Not just Havanas or bananas or daiquiris. That American creation on which I feed. It's a cheeseburger in a paradise. Medium rare with mustard be nice. Heaven on earth with an onion slice. I'm just a cheeseburger in paradise. cheeseburger in paradise. Medium rare with mustard be nice. Heaven on earth with an onion slice. I'm just a cheeseburger in paradise. 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 All right, so there's Jimmy Buffett's Cheeseburger in Paradise. Oh, hold on a second. We missed something. I like mine with lettuce and tomato, Heinz 57 and French fried potatoes, big kosher pickle and a cold draft beer. Well, good God Almighty, which way do I steer for my cheeseburger in paradise? Making the best of every virtue and vice, with every damn bit of sacrifice to get a cheeseburger in paradise. Need a cheeseburger in paradise. I need a cheeseburger in paradise. Turns out there was more to that song. I just didn't scroll down. All right. Well, thank you for joining me for that. That's a good summer roll in here. Jimmy Buffett, absolutely a typical summer song. If you haven't done any sort of summer stuff yet, maybe you need to crank some Jimmy Buffett and really ring in the summer with me. So we'll do a nice Jimmy Buffett marathon here. I'm pretty sure almost every single one of his songs is great. So you can throw on the entire album and just let it play, and we'll tell summer that it's time to get here. All right. Summer can officially begin. Summer can officially begin. I'm ready for it. I hope you're all ready for it. All right, guys. Well, we're after 4 o'clock, so we've kind of run out of my set list here, and I don't have anything else geared up for you today. We can save it for next week. If anybody had anything last that they wanted to hear before we close down the stream, you can go ahead and throw it out. If we get to it now, great. If not, we can bring it back in next week. We'll be circling back into these. I know I missed it last weekend, but one, I had a lot of work going for me, so I had things that I needed to do. And two, it was Memorial Day weekend. Everybody should have been leaving everything they had early and trying to get out there and enjoy your weekend. So we're back in. We're going to continue the ongoing rotation here once a week. I put it in the stream this time. It's apparently episode 13, which I think is impressive for just the commitment level. You know, I know I'm patting myself on the back here, but it's more surprise. I'm shocked. Generally, I tend to let these things drop off because other things become important. They get in the way. And one of the big pushes of doing this was to make sure that I could continue to really work on my music skills and just keep a hobby and a passion of mine alive. So I'm very surprised. 13 episodes, guys. This is pretty cool stuff. I have never heard of that artist. This is Loggins and Messina, or Dan Fogelberg. Actually, Dan Fogelberg sounds familiar, but not one that I know off the top of my head. Any specific songs for Dan? We can put that in the list of something to pick up, listen to, and see if we can add it to it. And of course, I haven't really been doing any of the ones that I'm... Kenny Loggins. I haven't been doing any of the ones that I'm more familiar with. I've really been trying to expand on the things that scare me, songs I haven't done before and things I need to learn. Everybody's familiar with this one. I've done this plenty of times on the stream. It's kind of my base for anything that I'm going to run a nice blues lick, a little bit of an Aeolian scale on. So this is more of the scale that Santana would play. So if you were ever listening to Santana, it was almost always in A minor, and he almost always played the a little more of that sound. It's kind of got that Spanish feel towards it. So that's what he would always do. So if you listen to it, you can check it out. And it's going to be in A minor almost every single time. It's always going to be that kind of riff. Vogelberg, Morning Sky. Okay, so I'm starting to get a list here of songs I've never heard of and most definitely haven't tried to play before, so it sounds like we're going to be expanding the set list pretty well here. House at Pooh Corner. Your Mama Don't Dance. Oh, now there's one that I know, so that's Loggins and Messina. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Okay, there we go. That's a good pick, actually. That's one of my favorite songs from back in the day of rock and roll type songs. I'm a huge fan of rock and roll. Anybody who watches the stream would know that. That is going on the board. Absolutely. We'll bring that in. It's not going to happen this week, but I look forward to bringing that song in. We'll rock out together here. I actually feel like the stream has been missing some of these upbeat rock and roll songs, so maybe we'll see what we can do for a massive rock and roll themed stream here, bringing 4 or 5 good rock and roll songs. Matter of fact, just a forewarning, you guys can watch out for it if you're afraid, but we are absolutely going to be bringing in, it's going to be a secret. You're going to have to watch the stream, keep track, and follow. We're going to bring in something here that's going to be a fun theme. It's going to be hilarious. No, it's a great pick. I think that's absolutely wonderful. We'll bring it in. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and call it today for the stream. I appreciate you all joining me here. I have a massive list of suggestions, which I look very forward to bringing in here. So we'll start working through them. And now we've fed the stream, so I don't have to hunt for them, which is going to be great. And you guys can hear some of the things that you're looking forward to. Some of them might be transposed a little bit. Try to get them into my style. If they're going to be too rock and roll, we're still playing on an acoustic here. We've got an electric in the background, but as I said earlier, we're missing the band and the drummers. But we'll see what we can do. I look forward to it. It's going to be fun. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining me for the stream. Again, if this is your first time and you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you hit that alert button when you see these pop up so you get the heads up as soon as we're ready to go live. And if you enjoyed the stream, please don't forget to hit that like button. That's what makes sure that anybody else who's searching for something to do on the end of a day Friday gets to see it and they can join us. So subscribe, hit the alert, hit the like. Thank you very much for joining me. Until next week, guys, I hope you have a wonderful time, and we'll see you next time.